Welcome back to Learn Lua on Codecademy. We're in the variables section. This is using arithmetic operators with variables. The compute part of computer means we cannot leave what computers do best out of this lesson. We can compute new values for our variables with arithmetic operators. This is useful when we work with values that need to be numerically changed. Let's take a look at this in action. Player 1 score is assigned 0. Player 1 score is assigned to player 1 score plus 1. If we print player 1 score, we do output the number 1. The syntax may look a bit strange at first. Let's break it down. Recall that equal sign means you're assigning what is on the right of the equal sign to the variable on its left. To understand this, we need to evaluate the expression on the right first, player 1 score plus 1, then reassign it back to the left variable, player 1 score. On the right is player 1 score plus 1. We first access the value of player 1 score that is currently at 0. Replace player 1 score with its current value and we get 0 plus 1, which equals 1. Then the equal assigns the new value back into player 1 score. Now player 1 score will have a new value of 1. If we were to add the same line of code again with the newly updated value, what do you think it will be? Here we have player 1 score is assigned to player 1 score plus 1. We then print player 1 score. Since player 1 score starts out with 1 from the previous calculation, adding 1 to the variable means 1 plus 1. Player 1 score will now have the number 2. Other arithmetic operators work with variables too. See the example below and also Lua's documentation. So here we have an example of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation, remainder, and negation. Our instructions say, in our game, Kamala scores 1 point. Add 1 to the player 1 score variable and use print to output the modified player 1 score. Let's do that now. So that should give us 11. It does say to print it, so let's do that. Run it. We get 11 and we pass. Number 2 says foul. Bruno loses 2 points. Subtract 2 from the player 2 score variable and use print to output the modified player 2 score. So let's do that under here. Let's run that. We do get 8. We pass. 3 says combo. Bruno gets a point multiplier. Multiply the player 2 score variable by 1.5 and use print to output the modified player 2 score. So let's go under here. Player 2 score is assigned player 2 score times 1.5. Then let's print it. Run it. We get 12 and we do pass. So what we're learning here is how to use arithmetic operators with our variables, and as we see here, we're able to basically take our variable and reassign it using the operators we learned about, and our variable will be updated accordingly. As long as you're understanding that, you're getting this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.